Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Uncle Bob Webb, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the Macquarie University land on which we stand today, the Wadamagal clan of the Darug Nation, whose culture and customs have nurtured this land since the dream time. Their name means the snapper fish, and the snapper fish is their totem. The Wadamagal clan survived for generations in a rich environment by fishing, feasting on shellfish, hunting birds and small animals. They also collected a variety of bush foods as food was plentiful. The bush food was also used for, like the native plants, was also used for medicine, which helped when they got sick. After the first foreigners that arrived in boats were friendly, but things changed dramatically when the armed Marines built an earthwork fort at Parramatta. With this, the smallpox epidemic hit, wiping out lots of the local Aboriginal population. Others were driven out by the foreign settlers, but some survived and continue with their culture and tradition. The most famous person was Bennelong, who had thrown a spear at Governor Arthur Phillip, and is known to be buried in the right area. So on behalf of these people and their elders, both present, past and the future, I would like to welcome you all to the land. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO.
Well, thank you, Uncle Bob, for your welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first I want to thank all of you for coming. A graduation ceremony is an important celebration of achievement. The achievements, of course, of our graduands, but also of the university. So it's very good that you're here, and I'm very grateful that you are. I also want to especially thank those of you who have brought children with you. It's good for them that they're here because their memories of today and of the importance of today may one day be the thing that inspires them to emulate the successes of today's graduands. And their presence is also good for us because every celebration is enhanced by the presence of children. Now, unless children have changed enormously since I was a child, few of them will be able to stay quiet or still for the duration of the graduation ceremony. I don't expect them to, I don't want them to, and I don't want any parents worrying if they don't. They are most welcome, and please let them run around and make as much commotion as they like. We know from long experience that if a baby wails through a graduation ceremony, they're back within 25 years to take out their first PhD. So it's a good sign, so it's to be encouraged. Now, the most important thing today is that our graduands have a great day. I hope this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you, but it will only be a happy occasion if you all relax. Some of you look relaxed, but some of you look so nervous that they think you're about to go into the examination room. I am assured that you have passed your exams, so please don't worry. About the only thing that can go wrong, and occasionally it does, is that when people come up here, they trip and fall. That's fine. That's why all these people are here, to pick you up and send you on your way. So there truly is nothing to worry about today. Just sit back, relax and enjoy the day because you deserve to. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to congratulate all of you who are here today as the guests of our graduands. The very fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role, because I have another very important service for you to perform for our newest graduates, as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too self-effacing to proclaim their success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, obviously, Macquarie University is not one of those. We're a very young university. We celebrated our 50th Jubilee just 3 years ago. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales learned that Macquarie was a great builder, and indeed he was. But his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. His greatest legacy was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities at the time, of an egalitarian society. Because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 53 years, we now have more than 180,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're now ranked in the top 2% of the world's universities. From our beginnings, we have defied the traditional boundaries of academia. We have pioneered, and indeed we continue to pioneer, learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventions and shift thinking. Our students play a major role in their own learning and are empowered to guide what and how they learn. We're also research pioneers. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers whose bold and innovative solutions to issues of global significance are of enormous benefit to the world we live in. And that, by the way, is not an idle boast. I don't know how many of you appreciate that Wi-Fi, something we nearly all use every day, was developed not at Harvard University or Oxford University or the Australian National University. No, Wi-Fi was developed by Macquarie University scientists and engineers in conjunction with CSIRO scientists. So that's something I think we can be very proud about. We're also rather proud of some of our new facilities. On your way here today, you may have seen our Macquarie University Hospital, which is only a few years old. The hospital forms part of a very exciting medical enterprise, which, when it's entirely established, will be Australia's first fully integrated academic health sciences centre under a university's leadership. We are the only university in Australia that owns and operates our own hospital. And of course, as well as being used by the scientists, the doctors, medical researchers and the medical students, it's also, as the name implies, a hospital that treats patients. And I was a patient there for 3 days a couple of years ago, and I can assure you from first-hand experience that the level of care and treatment is absolutely first class, especially when you're the Chancellor. So I'd recommend it to you. Other outstanding new facilities include our library, our Australian Hearing Hub, which is a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences, a state-of-the-art media centre, a newly launched simulation hub for teaching and research, and cutting-edge science laboratories. Now, that's not to say that all of our lecture rooms and laboratories are first class. Unfortunately, they're not. But we're about to do something about that. We're about to embark on an enormous capital infrastructure program that will see everything brought up to the standard that we want it to be at. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and straightforward mission. And that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe. By the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Well, now, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ms Vicky Telfer. Vicky has been leading industrial relations in the New South Wales Government since October 2010 as the Executive Director of the Industrial Relations Department in the State Treasury. Prior to her current role, Vicky was at work cover for over 10 years, with the last 6 in the role of General Manager, Strategy and Policy, oversighting several reform projects. In her current role, she leads the New South Wales Public Sector Industrial Relations and has a key role in significant national industrial relations matters and New South Wales long service leave schemes. A key part of the work of the New South Wales Industrial Relations is providing information, advice and assistance to small and medium-sized employers on their industrial relations obligations. Vicky also has responsibility for the Long Service Leave Corporation and chairs the 2 New South Wales Portable Long Service Leave Scheme Industry Committees. Vicky is also a member of the New South Wales Treasury Leadership Team. I now invite Vicky to deliver the occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms Vicky Telfer.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. And I'd like to open my address today by acknowledging the Chancellor, members of the University, the members of the Faculty of Business and Economics in particular, staff, distinguished guests, graduates or graduands, their families and friends. I was thinking that I could have worn my academic robes today, but I have to say my first graduation was a long time ago and they'd probably be quite moth-eaten by now if I could ever find them. So I decided to not wear my academic robes and I come here as a proud public servant. But first of all, I would also like to acknowledge the welcome from Uncle Bob, and I would like to acknowledge the Watamatical clan, who are the traditional custodians of this land, and pay respects to elders both past and present of the Darug Nation. I extend that respect to all Aboriginal people here today. It is an absolute pleasure to address you on this special occasion. I feel incredibly honoured and thrilled to be at your special day and the special day for your families and friends. So firstly, my congratulations to all of the graduands and congratulations to your family and friends who are celebrating with you today. They have no doubt shared and supported you through the many highs and lows you enjoyed and suffered as university students. And I know for families and dear friends of all of us who have studied, for them it's also a very long journey. But this is an amazing occasion for you on your very special day when you are graduating. What I know is a graduation ceremony is about more than just conferment of your degrees, your diplomas, your doctorates. Today is a rite of passage to reflect upon and celebrate your achievements while marking the beginning of a new area and an important stage in your lives. Today, your education and academic achievements will be formally recognised so that you can confidently pursue new opportunities and continue on your lifelong journey of learning. The pursuit of opportunity and knowledge are two things very close to my heart. So it is a great honour to impart some of the insights gained from my days as a student and from the many paths I have been fortunate to travel in my varied career as both a union leader and a public servant. So I'm going to take you on a very abridged version of my journey today. I can tell you that as a very little girl, I wanted to be a botanist. And then I wanted to be a dietitian. So I obtained my science degree, but for safety's sake, I also completed a graduate diploma in primary education. I can report, however, that I neither became a botanist, dietitian, or a primary teacher for that matter. My first job, after I completed my science degree in DipEd, was as a clerk at the then Commonwealth Department of Social Security, now known as Centrelink. And it was there that I became involved with the union that covered the workers in Centrelink, or Social Security, and where I found a higher purpose that aligned with my inner voice. And that purpose was and remains to make a difference, no matter how small, to the working conditions and subsequently the lives of others. Fast forward a few years and a couple of postgraduate qualifications later, my sense of purpose has driven and led me to where I am now as the Executive Director of New South Wales Industrial Relations in New South Wales Treasury. And my next little bit of the message is particularly to the parents, because my dad sometimes goes, "But why on earth did you do a science degree? You're not actually practising science." And some of the people I work with go, "Well, your background's pretty unusual. You're running industrial relations, you're in Treasury, you've got a science degree. What's that all about?" And I say that my study was incredibly useful. It helped me to learn, it helped me to think, it helped me analyse, helped me put forward ideas, and it helped me to argue for those ideas. And trust me, in industrial relations, that's pretty important, to actually be putting forward ideas and debating those, especially in my day-to-day job where we're the public sector employer. So no study is wasted. So my message to parents is that no matter what path your child, no matter how old they are, takes in their life from here after graduating, the study that they've done to date is not wasted. Making a difference, such as improving the lives of our frontline workers in the public sector, our teachers, nurses, community services, our case managers, through provision of fair, sustainable and equitable working conditions is what continues to drive and motivate me. So here's a couple of the lessons I've learnt along the way. Firstly, you never stop being students when it comes to learning, in life and at work. Try not to dwell on the should-haves and could-haves. Make mistakes, learn from them, and move on as you commence or continue to embark on your careers and your life. My life experience has taught me that a secret to a fulfilling and meaningful life, and indeed career, is to have a purpose and follow it. And also, as tempting as it will sometimes seem, taking the easy path isn't always the best or the right one. Step up to those challenges that you are offered. Often that's where the joy actually is embracing those challenges and stepping into them and taking them on. So whatever you decide on doing after today, whether it be finding a job, changing your job, travel, further study, raising a family, or taking time out to figure things out, follow or find your own inner higher purpose and let that guide you. Believe in what you do. Don't ever put yourself in a box, and remain open to new opportunities and possibilities. I'm a living example of that. I had a sliding doors moment early on after I graduated where I had a choice of two great careers. I went from being an inspiring botanist and primary school teacher to running a union in my early 30s, where I was responsible for ensuring the decent wages and conditions for 50,000 members plus my staff. Not quite what I studied for, but I followed my heart. The decision built the foundation for my career, and that's where I am. It has led me to where I am today. The Executive Director of Industrial Relations builds on the foundations that I've had over the last few years. And can I just say, as a plug for those who are thinking about the public service as a career, I can tell you there is for me, no greater thrill than providing advice to government in what can be for them incredibly big decisions that actually change the lives of people who live and work in New South Wales. And that is an incredible honour and an incredible privilege to be in a position where you can give advice to government. So I just think it's an amazing opportunity built on all of my experiences before. So, graduates, you're entering a future full of exciting possibilities. Your career trajectory may change, stagnate, or accelerate several times over. There will be challenging and fulfilling highs. There will be challenging and unsatisfying lows. Remain versatile, resilient, and humble as work isn't always fun and games, as some of you would already know. In the work sphere, regardless of where you are or what you do, respect your colleagues. Even better, enjoy the company of your colleagues, regardless of any ideological or personal differences. Collegiality, in my experience, is the cornerstone of a happy, productive and supportive working environment. Make your mark, have realistic expectations. You can change the world, sometimes you won't, but you will always make a difference to your communities and to the lives of those around you. And to finish up, I'd like to paraphrase the amazing and incredible accomplished US Supreme Court Judge, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, on living a meaningful life. She says, if you want to be a true professional, you will do something outside yourself, something to repair tears in your community, something to make life a little better for people less fortunate than you. A meaningful life is not living for oneself, but for one's community. So if you take anything away from my address today, please make it this. Don't sweat the small stuff, because the most fulfilling path won't necessarily be the easiest path. There will be times when you won't be sure what path to take. Trust your instincts, rely on your learning, remain calm, and everything will be okay. And don't forget to have fun along the way. Good luck to all of you, and thank you again for having me today. It really has been and remains a thrill and an honour. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Vicky, for an excellent occasional address, which had some truly great advice in it. If I could just take up a couple of points that Vicky made. First, never assume that a career path is a straight line. You have the qualifications to go in all sorts of different directions and take on all sorts of different challenges, and you will. Very few of you in 40 years' time will be doing what you now think you'll be doing in 40 years' time, and that's great. The other thing Vicky said to you was don't worry about making mistakes. We all make mistakes, and in fact what you've learned at university is not the only thing you're going to learn during life, and much of the things you will learn will come from the mistakes you've made. A piece of advice I would give you, though, is that when you do make a mistake, own up to it. Own up to it, and nobody really will hold it against you. The third point she made that I think is worth emphasising is that you should keep the company of colleagues regardless of their personal, political or ideological views. It would be a terrible thing to cut ourselves off from people who held different views than we do. I read somewhere recently that in the United States, 90% of Democrat voters, 90% of those who voted for Hillary, had never met anyone who'd voted for Mr. Trump, and something like 95% of Trump voters had never ever met anyone who'd voted for Hillary Clinton. I think that's part of the problem that the United States is suffering from now. So there was some tremendous advice there, and I think Vicky deserves another great round of applause for giving up her time to be with us today. Well, now, we come to the key part of the ceremony, the reason that we're here. That is the conferring of degrees. Now, I did say earlier that there was nothing for you to worry about, but this is the part of the ceremony that does worry me just a little, because many years ago, I was told by one of Australia's most eminent legal minds that if a Chancellor conferred a degree on someone who was not eligible to receive it, there was very little the Chancellor could do to take it back, or at least it was very, very difficult to take it back. So before I confer your degrees, I have to get an ironclad guarantee from the acting registrar, Professor Sean Brawley down there, that all of you are eligible to graduate today, and that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment, and that none of you ever skipped a class. Sean, can you give me that guarantee, please?
Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
That's you. Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Will you please be seated? Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. I now call on Professor Stephen Brammer, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Brammer.
Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. It includes the departments of Accounting and Corporate Governance, Applied Finance and Actuarial Studies, Economics and Marketing and Management, as well as the Macquarie Graduate School of Management. We're an applied, engaged and global business school. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, we create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programmes are innovative and include engagement with industry, as well as the development of employability skills. The skills developed are in demand globally. Our programmes are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation among the business and professional communities. Our graduates have starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you've admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Commerce. Blair Mottow. Nisirli Pereira. Tavia Seat. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the Bachelor of Science, Ronald Nand. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance, Xian Xun Liang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Pan Pan Du. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Amrita Kaur Singh. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Jimin Bear. Juran Dai. Beatriz Angela de Grano. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, Angela Abdali. Ifra Amir. George Antoon. Abu Umama Assad. Akshay Banodkar. Ronaldo Barros. Joel Bayubahe. Samantha Benito Deval. Abhinav Barshakala. Emily Rose Bills. Friskarencia Budi. Elizabeth Kaletsopoulos. Thomas Mark Calloway. Peter Kassar. Cheng Yi Chong. Annie Chen. Chichu Chen. Chao Ching Chen. Yifan Chen. Yijun Chen. Yi Ke Chen. Yunlin Chen. Zhengyang Chen. Wei Cheng Chia. Johan Cho. Ji Hee Choi. Ishtiaq Ahmed Chaudhry. Nahian Sawa Chaudhry. Clemence Chu. Manhin Chui. Xu Yan Chung. Jiahui Dai. Cameron Tuween Down. Dao Ti Tan Tuyen. David Davidian. Luke Deakin. Ye Zhe Dung. Ignatius Dennis. Michel El Bahoun. Mary Eskander. Jiaping Fang. Tien Yung Feng. Shitao Feng. Helena Fox. Joshua Verghese Gandhi. Sheng Yue Gao. Yung Yan Gao. Hannah Elise Gill. James Christopher Francis Glynn. Chao Gu. Wern Gu. Yifei Han. Dib Haz. Sarah Howe. Dao Yi He. Yu Chern He. Ka Keung Ho. Manhon Kelvin Ho. Christopher Budiman Hongadi. Shinting Ho. Wenbin Hu. Shudong Hu. Hui Huang. Yangjun Huang. Yi Huang. Lei John Hun. Maiko Unue. Koshalya Jayabalan. Zheyan Jia. Hao Jiang. Zhu Jim. Mengru Jing. Anne Therese Johnson. Daria Jaura, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Nang Kane Kam. Jehi Kim. Sanjang Kim. Yebin Kim. Yongong Kim. Melinda Catherine King. Wainam Ko. Ling Yi Kung. Henali Kumar. Peiru Kwok. Sirhin Simon Kwok. Karundeep Singh Multani. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Raminda Singh. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the Master of Commerce, Jiungling Wang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional, Yi Che. Yayun Zern. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Andrew David Wyndham. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Precious Grace Batara. Alexandra Louise Chaseling. Zhuwei Huang. Shushun Yung. Ye Sun Sung Yuan. Boyu Zhu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Samindi Ishara Mawanane Hewa, for a thesis entitled Interest Group Influence on the Development of International Financial Reporting Standard 9, Financial Instruments. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Diana Hechimovic for a thesis entitled Assurance of Natural Resource Management, a Case Study. Dr. T. Duet Mai Nguyen for a thesis entitled An Examination of Independent Directors in Vietnam. Dr. Tan Nguyen Phan for a thesis entitled The Use and Effectiveness of Environmental Management Practices in Australia. I present the graduate from the Faculty of Arts admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Ying-Ji Lee, for a thesis entitled Developing Copyright Exceptions to Facilitate Access to Copyright Works for Person with a Print Disability. Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I call on Ms. Daria Jura, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms. Jura.
Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests. Graduation. I think it's the day that we've all been waiting for since we got handed our very first assignment. Since then, we've danced our way through the semesters, emerging as enlightened beings worthy of praise, recognition, and a well-paying job. Right? I don't know, maybe not so much. I don't know about you, but my journey through uni was more of a stumble than a dance. And I feel more stupid now than I ever did before I started university. I still don't know what I'm doing with my life, and frankly, this gown is a lot less flattering than I thought it would be. But look, this means Macquarie University has done its job. The reason that I feel so stupid now is that now I know how much I don't know, and this is really intimidating. The thing is, for everything learnt, for one thing learnt, I now realise there are 10 other things just waiting there for me to maybe someday get around to trying to figure them out. And the reason I feel more lost now is that graduating now with this degree, my Bachelor of Commerce in Professional Accounting from Macquarie University, it's just given me so many options, too many that I know what to do with. I was lucky enough to find work maybe a little bit too quickly, through a combination of chance, timing, and with a lot of help from the opportunities and the contacts that I made here at Macquarie University. I now work at a large multinational company with a great culture that actually makes a positive impact on the daily lives of ordinary people. Now, despite this, the reality of the daily grind has hit me pretty hard, especially after the comparative freedom of life at university. And I suppose this is what has inspired this small piece of advice that I now want to share with you guys. Many people think that they need millions of dollars in the bank to be happy. And this mindset keeps them striving for more and more money, but it doesn't necessarily make them more happy. Now is the time to ask yourself, what is my ideal lifestyle? And from then you can say, how much does this lifestyle cost? From there, you can work backwards, and it's going to make your career planning and your decisions going forward a lot simpler and you can also tailor your investment strategy to that goal. Now, investing is something people leave to later in life, but as they say, time in the market is better than timing the market. So now is a good time to start. In a society that works to live, that lives to work, I want to work to live. And the important thing, people in my life and this degree have made me realise that this is possible, and I hope that you do too. And speaking of important people, I need to thank the amazing friends that I made here at Macquarie. I could have done it without you, but you know, it would not have been as enjoyable, enlightening or rewarding as it has been with you by my side. And on behalf of all of the graduates here, I need to thank all of our families, near and far. Привет, дедушка и бабушка. That was a hello to my grandparents watching in Russia at the moment. Also to the lecturers and tutors and the inspirational people that have loved, supported and tolerated us throughout this amazing milestone achievement. Congratulations, everyone. This is just the beginning for us, and I really look forward to seeing what we all achieve next.
Well, thank you, Daria, for a fine speech, and congratulations on your commerce degree. By the way, I think you look just great in those robes. And the other thing I'd say too, don't think you're stupid, because it's really only silly people that think they know everything. It takes an intelligent person to realise there's so much more that they don't know. So good luck in acquiring knowledge throughout your life. I see that your parents, your family's here and looking very proud of you, and I'm glad that your grandparents are watching in Russia. They should be, it must be very early in the morning. So I congratulate them too on their granddaughter. Now, as you guess, our graduations are live streamed around the world. And one of the advantages of studying in Australia, particularly at Macquarie, is that you get to study with and know people from all sorts of different backgrounds. And let me just give you an indication of the sorts of countries that our students come from. For example, this week, our graduation ceremonies have been watched by people in Argentina, Australia obviously, Austria, Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, the Congo, Croatia, Egypt, Fiji, Finland, Germany, Greece, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Nepal, New Zealand, Nigeria, Panama, Peru, the Republic of Nigeria, the Republic of Korea, the Russian Federation, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, Taiwan, Thailand, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, the United States and Vietnam. So that's an indication of the background of our students here at Macquarie, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I think that gives something special to everyone who studies here. So Daria, congratulations on your degree, congratulations on your speech, and I hope that you maintain contact with Macquarie throughout your life, and I wish you well with your career. I think she deserves another great round of applause. Well now, that wasn't too bad, was it? That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And we're very fortunate here at Macquarie University because Angela sings at almost all of our graduations. Every now and again she can't make it, so you're lucky that today was one of the occasions when she was able to come, because when Angela doesn't come, I do the singing. Would you like to hear Angela sing a bit more? Well, yeah, okay, it's very simple. All you have to do is enrol in another degree, and when you come back to graduate, I'll make sure she's singing at your next graduation as well. I think she deserves another great round of applause. And so too do our fabulous musicians over there, Dr. James Forsyth, our organist. And on the Chinese transverse flute, Dr. Chai Chang Ning. Also, we have a number of alumni volunteers who come to our graduations. Some are sitting over there and some are sitting over here. They do a fabulous job and they come to make sure that everything goes smoothly at your graduation. I'm sure you'd like to thank them as well. And behind me are representatives of our academic staff who, of course, have been very important during your time here at Macquarie. I'm sure you'd like to thank them as well. Well, now, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of more than 180,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And graduates, please do make sure to come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study or attend alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even just to take a stroll through our lovely campus or even enjoy a picnic down by the lake. Well, now, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world, and you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either, because almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. Because everything you do does matter. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Graduates, I hope also but you'll always remember the people who helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today or even watching from around the globe. So to thank them and acknowledge their assistance and help, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. Graduates, would you please stand? Now I'd like you to place your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free. And now I'd like you to turn around to face your families and your friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Now, graduates, you can turn around now, but don't sit down because we'll be leaving in just a moment, but I would remind you to pick up your degrees. We wouldn't want anyone leaving it behind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment, I'll be leading the official party out through the centre aisle, and we will be followed by all of the graduates. And then after the graduates, I would invite you all to join the procession down the centre aisle and down the path down to the Macquarie, where I would invite you all to enjoy some light refreshments with us. We have refreshments for adults and we have refreshments for children, which include ice creams and fairy floss, both pink and blue, and if any adults want to share in that, they can too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please now stand and please remain standing until the last graduate has processed out. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future. And in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck.